Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Mills and I'm back to spill you another milk. I've been living in Brazil for some time now, and of course there's this saying that everything is not a bed of roses, right? It means that there are challenges. So today I'm just going to be sharing with you 5 major challenges that you can face as a foreigner in Brazil, as an immigrant in Brazil. If you're watching this video that you've also spent some time in Brazil and you have all the challenges that I'm not going to state in this video, make sure you leave it in the comment section. Again, before I'm going to proceed, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, press it now. Click on the subscribe button and also click on the bell notification that's close to the subscribe button so that you get updated each time I upload a new video. For my returning subscribers, thank you for coming back to support me. I do appreciate. The first one is the language barrier. So if you're coming into Brazil that you don't know how to speak Portuguese, or you're not from a Portuguese speaking country, then I tell you it's going to be really difficult. Majority of the locals cannot speak English, all right? So just be prepared. Have your Google Translator with you, as well as if you're coming to Brazil, make sure you learn the basic phrases in Portuguese. That's the first one that's going to welcome you when you get into Brazil. Number 2, safety. Of course, in Brazil, we've been seeing everywhere people paint Brazil like it's a very dangerous country. But notwithstanding, Brazil is not a dangerous country. But then with that mindset, when you get in here, especially into the larger cities like Sao Paulo or Rio, you have that mindset like, okay, you want safety. We all know that there's some areas that are not safe and the areas that are safe, but then you have that mentality, you have that mindset of this place is not safe or this one is not safe and so on. Number 3, job opportunity, especially for those who are coming here as immigrants or as foreigners, where you want to spend most of your time or you want to move into Brazil permanently. Okay, job opportunity is also something that is a challenge. Getting a job in Brazil is not easy, especially if you can't speak Portuguese. Like I said, most of the jobs will always say, okay, you should know a little bit of Portuguese and so on. But like I said, it's never impossible, but it's really challenging. Sending your CVs to many companies, but not getting a response or getting a negative response is something that is really challenging. And even when you get the job opportunities, the salaries don't correspond to the next point, which I'm going to talk about. High standard of living. Brazil is expensive. Considering the fact that you even have a job, majority of the salaries do not meet up with their standard of living. Rent is something that carries majority of people's earnings. That's why you see people share together, live as a family, because they have this shared plan for accommodation. And for those who already have property, it is very easy for them because rent is something that if you get past it, then that is it. This takes me to the next point again, which is acquiring property in Brazil. To acquire a property in Brazil takes a very long time, especially if you're a foreigner, or an immigrant. It's really difficult. The process takes a long time, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It's going to happen, but be prepared. If you want to do your things, always plan them in advance. Maybe 6 months before or even a year before. Maybe if you want to get a house, just start thinking, okay, by next year I'm going to get it, because the bureaucracy and everything takes a very long time for you to actually acquire properties. Let's also talk about other areas like getting a car. If you want to get a car, especially for those who want to do finance and all those things, not getting the car, they want to put down payment and pay in installments. It's also very difficult, especially if you're not a Brazilian. It's just good to buy your car at once. Get the money for the car, buy it at once and move past it. This is the truth, right? I've experienced this, as well as I know of many people that have also testified of experiencing these 5 major things which I've spoken about. So those are the challenges that you're going to face as a foreigner in Brazil. If you have any other challenges that you think I haven't mentioned, you can put it in the comment section. All right, we've come to the end of the video, and thank you for watching me until this time. In that same light, ciao.